What I'm going to go through today is a little bit of 2-wire troubleshooting. We have a 2-wire line here, runs out into the field with a known issue on it, and we're going to track that down. This finds the wire. It's a wire tracer, wire finder. It does not necessarily find breaks or nicks on the wire. In my experience, a wire tracer can trace through a break or a nick sometimes. That's when we get into our fault finder. This unit here does a few different options. The main difference between all of your wire tracers is features. This has a lot of features. It tells me a lot of things. I like using this old school analog one, not this digital one sometimes. Just a personal preference. Very similar concept. You need to know where your line is, and then you can fault find it. So basically, we're going to power that guy down, and I'm going to switch out from tracer to fault finder, if I can see it. Again, you want to make sure you have a good ground. And then I'm going to turn it on. It does an audible as well as a visual thing. The reason for that, at least I think the reason for that, is you can hear the beeps and then match it to what you're seeing on the device. So this guy here, once we have our painted line, we mark this in the ground. And this meter literally just says, go forwards or go backwards. So if we know the wire's good here, it'll keep saying go forwards. Once I get to my problem or past my problem, it'll say go backwards. Once I start going backwards and forwards, I can narrow down where the actual break or nick in the wire is. So if you want to see what it does, Heather, just listen and watch. So which way am I going?
That way.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. So I know my problem is further down the line. On a golf course, I mostly do this every 100 feet or so, maybe a little further. I'm just trying to get to the problem quicker. On a sports field or in a commercial setting, I typically say go to every valve box, put it in the ground before the valve box, put it in the ground after the valve box, and then go to the next valve box. It's just, for time purposes, it sometimes works out quicker that way. You can go every 10 feet, and maybe that's what you want to do, but I like to stretch it out a little further.